Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona reference 126508 in yellow gold with a gold dial and black subdials, also known as the Pikachu. I'll tell you a little bit about history of this watch, then I'll tell you about where it stands in the lineup of other similar yellow gold Daytonas. Then I'll tell you about the case, bezel, dial, bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with just a little history. That the Daytona came out in the early 60s, and they've since gone on to be the most prestigious collection that Rolex has in their sports line. And that's saying a lot because they have a lot of great sports collections, the Submariner, the Yachtmaster, Deep Sea, etc. And the Daytona is the most prestigious. Why do I say that? Because they have the most number of variations, they make the most precious metal in it, and it's the most expensive. So probably it stands to reason that it's the most prestigious. And to me, it's actually also the best looking. I like the Daytona the best. Okay, so that's just a little history. Now, where does it stand in the lineup? Well, Rolex redid all their Daytonas back in 2022, and they changed the reference from 116 to 126, and they made some minor changes, but some noteworthy changes, which I'll get to when I start talking about the watch itself. They used to make a watch that looked just like this. It was a reference 116, and now it's 126, but the 126, as you see here, it's the same thing but better. Okay, they've improved upon it, and I have to say, I don't think that they will be changing this reference anytime soon because their watch is really perfect. I don't see what else they could possibly change. So it's going to be like this for quite some time. Okay, with that said, they make a lot of different dial configurations of it. They make a champagne with black subdials without these full black. They make it with white and they make a black diamond. They even make a green. And they make it all black. And they make a black with red accents. So they make a lot of different variations of it. This one is probably the second most desirable. Probably the most desirable is the green dial. This is the second most desirable. It does look pretty awesome. So, all right, now let's start talking about the watch itself, starting with the case. The case is going to be 40 millimeter. That's unchanged in the previous generation and the generation even before that. It's made out of all yellow gold. And it's using an Oyster case, which is a very streamlined case as opposed to the more block or angular case that Rolex makes for their other sports watches. This one being a watch that's tied to racing, as in the Daytona car race, it makes sense that the watch would be much more streamlined looking. And it is. And that's why they use this Oyster case on it instead, okay? All right, so the next thing is let's move on to the bezel. Now the bezel is going to be yellow gold as well. They don't make it in any other configuration. If you want the Pikachu with a gold bracelet, it has to come on this gold matching ceramic bezel. Gold bezel. If you want a ceramic bezel, then they do it on an Oyster Flex, which is a rubber strap. But I don't think it's a bad thing because I like it on this gold bezel. It makes the watch look more uniform and cohesive, if you ask me. Okay, and the bezel is actually unchanged from the previous generation. I think by the way, the case on the newer generation, which is what you're looking at here, I think it's a little thinner than it was. The lugs at least are a little bit thinner than they were on the previous generation. Not much, like 0.5 millimeter or something like that, but it's still something. Okay, here's where the watch does have quite a bit of change. Is in the dial. Now the dial still is going to have they call this a golden dial with black subdials. Okay, some people call it Pikachu. I guess Pikachu is gold with black. I'm not really into this Pikachu thing, so I don't know, but I guess that's what it is. All right. Now what is different in the newer generation is that the hour markers are long and skinny before they were short and fat, and the subdials have also slimmed down. And they've gone on a bit of a diet. The subdial track that goes around used to be thicker, now it's thinner, and yeah, the result is what you see here. So yeah, okay, and yeah, this is the second most desirable dial, as in, at least when I say desirable, I mean in terms of price. Okay, all right, so that's that for the dial. And let's move on here and talk about the bracelet. The bracelet is actually also unchanged from the previous generation, and they really can't improve upon it. And I don't think they're going to improve upon it because there's nothing to improve upon. It has a 5mm comfort extension. It's Oyster. The buckle is fantastic. So that's it. It's perfect. And let's look at the movement here. The movement did do some upgrading. It was previously a 4130. Now it's a 4131. You can't see it anyways. So I'm not sure that matters. Maybe in the next generation they'll show it, just like they do on the Platinum Daytonas. Okay. Yeah. It has a power reserve of 72 hours. And so, yeah, beautiful. Time to try this watch on my wrist and give you my thoughts. Now, my thoughts are that the Daytona is just the best that Rolex can do, at least as of 26. And it can be worn by a man or woman because it has 40 millimeters large for a woman, but I've seen women wear it and they wear it actually not bad because it has a streamlined case, so it doesn't look so blocky, and it still has a little bit of femininity to it. So yeah, I think it's just a great looking watch, and in this configuration I'm really gonna have to give it a thumbs up. So look, if you want to buy it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on the mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazztime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.